doing bottom half of page 40. Alright, I'm gonna skip the first one because I don't really know it that well. So number 2, I'm gonna get help from a professional for this one. Number 2, what we have to do is first we have to tell somebody to not do something, and then tell them to do something instead. For example, in this first one, he says, "La ta'kul," don't you eat khubzan abyad, don't eat white bread. And then he says, "Eat khubzan asmar," eat brown bread instead. Basically, he doesn't say instead; it just says, "Kul khubzan asmar," eat brown bread. Don't eat white bread, eat brown bread. So similarly, in number 2, it says we have to tell him what not to do, and then say, "Tanawal arozan asmar," eat brown rice. So I guess we would say don't eat white rice. So that would be la ta'kul arozan abyad, which is white. Abyad, and then tanawul arozan asmar. Or you could, instead of ta'kul, you could say la tanawul, but oh well. La tatanawal, my bad. Number 3, ishrab shayan akhdar, drink green tea. So I guess you would say don't drink coffee, instead drink green tea, right? So coffee is qahwa. It would be la tashrab. La tashrab. Remember, it's a sukoon on the last letter. La tashrab qahwatan kahwatan. Come on. Ishrab shayan akhdar. Next is eat qalilan min al-lahm, eat a little of meat. So you would say don't eat a lot of meat, I guess. La ta'kul, don't eat. La ta'kul kathiran min al-lahm, don't eat a lot. What? Oh, I spelled kathiran wrong. Kathiran min al-lahm. Kul qalilan min al-lahm. Safir ila qaryati, travel to the city. I guess you would say don't travel to the beach, travel to the city. Alright. La tusafir لا تسافر إلى الشاطئ. That's how you say beach. إلى الشاطئ. سافر إلى القرية. Last one. اسبح في النهر. which is swim in the river. So I guess it would be I don't know, man. Don't stay in the house. Don't go inside. Don't go in the house. I don't know. So like, get out the house and go swim instead. So لا تذهب إلى البيت. Don't you go home. تذهب. Sukun on there. إلى البيت. Instead, اسبح في النهر, in the sea. Alright, let's go back to the first one. مارس رياضة المشي بعد الأكل. It's saying practice the exercise or sport of walking after eating. أكل is eating. مارس practice رياضة sport المشي walking بعد after أكل eating. So I guess you would say don't sleep after eating. لا تنام. Don't you sleep after eating. لا تنام. لا تنام. Sukun on the last thing. بعد الأكل. بعد الأكل. Oh. Heck. بعد الأكل. There. And that's it. I'm gonna do this later. Alright, real quick. Really important extra lesson right here. I'm about to give you the formula for how to make a fail amr, a negative lam nahi. This whole lesson is called lam nahi, which means lam when you use it for a negative command to not do something. So I'm gonna write this out. Don't. Come on. Dot. Don't do blah blah blah. Exclamation point as a command. It's called lam an-nahiya. An-nahiya. Lam an-nahiya. Which means to don't do something. And the formula to get the lam an-nahi is first you take the regular form of the second person, which is you. For example, if we say you are eating, it's not a command, it's just stating the statement you are eating, you would say ta'kulu. Ta'kulu, you are eating. Ta'kulu, there's a dhamma here. Or an easier example is tadhabu, you are going. Tadhabu, you are going. Tadhabu. But how would you tell him don't go or don't eat? What you do, this form right here of these two verbs, both of these words are in the second person. And it's not a command. Second person, and it's not a command. It's important to realize. Not command. Though the way to go from this into a lam nahi, you wanna do that, right? Then all you have to do is add the lam nahi, add the la. So you add this. And you drop the dhamma. You drop that. and it changes to a sukoon. This changes to a sukoon. Some people draw it like this, and some people draw it as that, as a circle. So the final result is la tadhhab. La tadhhab. This is normally tadhhabu. We change it to la tadhhab. That is don't go. Okay, now for ta'kul. Like we said, this is a second person non-command. All you have to do is add a la before it. Add the la and drop the sukoon. Drop the dhamma. So it's la ta'kul. That's all you gotta do. La ta'kul. And add the sukoon. And that's it. That's don't you eat. Don't eat. Alright, tanawul is okay, tanawul can be confusing. Like a normal, okay, that is the lamun nahi, nahiya. That is the don't do something. To do a normal command, what you do is for example, you have tadhabu, right? You should already have written this all down. I'm going to delete it, so go back and write it down or whatever, because I'm about to undo all this to explain how to make a normal command. This is still second person, tadhabu, right? You want to make this a normal command now, so ignore this for now. Normal command, like go, right? What you do is you drop the ta. You drop the thing which indicates the present tense. Normally the verb is dhahaba, right? Dhahaba. It's dhahaba, right? And you add the ta to make it tadhabu, to make it present tense, right? So you drop the first letter. That drops. And similarly, the dhamma also drops. You drop that. So now you're left with, there's a sukoon on this, right? And but you have to add a alif. You can't have a sukoon on the first letter. You can't pronounce dhhab. Dhhab is not a thing. That's nothing. Now here's the formula. And there's only two options. You have to add a alif. You always add a alif for a command, right? But now, what is the sign that you're gonna put on the alif? For that, you have to look at the middle letter right here. If the middle letter is a fatha or kasra, then this is going to be a kasra. Alright. If the middle letter is a dhamma, then it would be a dhamma on the alif. But in this case, that's not applicable. Kul, this is a special example. This is different. Ta'kul is a special word, similarly with khuz and da'. Alright, some special examples is so this rule doesn't apply to kul, da' and khuz. For example, we have ta'kul, you are eating, right? Ta'kulu, you are eating. You want to make this a command. What you do is you actually drop this beginning entirely, and it just changes to kul. That's something you just have to remember. Kul, eat. Similarly, we have khudh, ta'khudhu, you are holding, or you take, you are taking, or ya'khudhu, he takes. For example, we have ya'khudhu. These are both dhammas. Ya'khudhu. To make it take, you would just drop the ya completely, and it's just khudh with the sukoon on the last thing. Oh, oops, that's wrong. Khudh. It's take. Similarly here, we have tada. That's don't put. Right? Come on. Tada, don't put. Normally the word is tada'u. You are putting. Or you put. You want to make this a command? This is the normal form of the word tada'u. You are putting. Present tense, non-command. You drop the ta, and it's just da. Put. Da. It's telling somebody to put. That's a command. Here we have the lamun nahia command, don't put. As we said, you look at you want to say don't put from you are putting. This is the second person. This is what we start from. This is what we derive the negative command from. Like we said, negative commands are derived from the second person. What you have to do, add Allah. The second person, all you do is add the la and delete the dhamma. So it'll be la tada'. La tada'. Don't put. And as we see here, same thing. La tada'. Alright, that should have been a okay explanation. If you ain't get that, then just do it again and again and try to figure out that pattern. It's a pretty simple pattern, I feel like. May God give you knowledge if you still ain't understand. Alright, that's all for today. Peace.